Go.
Awesome. Okay, so hello, I'm Han, and I am with
Jian.
And Jen, what year are you right now?
Junior.
What would you say is your favorite thing at Cornell?
I think there are lots of favorite things, but mostly this opportunity for me to expose to the Western culture in general, basically knowing people and doing research in general the Western education environment, I guess.
What's your favorite class at Cornell?
Favorite class? Honestly, there are lots of favorite class, but I think personally, Algo is my favorite class so far, just because that's the first day of class I really enjoy working on, and also the professor, I eventually developed really good relationship with him and kind of doing research ongoing with him, so it's entirely started a new experience for me holding on my career.
Awesome. And what about your least favorite thing?
I think the weather it's really snowy here, and I don't like to walk in the snow all the time, so yeah. But it's unfortunately all the time snowing.
How would you describe the food at Cornell?
The food at Cornell? I don't depending on how you see it. So as an international student, I feel I live in North Campus, the first year, freshman year, it's okay, since I can find what I want to eat. But in Western, it's in the West Campus, it becomes more limited choice, but the smaller kitchen and stuff, and then it's hard for me to find what I want to eat, this Eastern foods kind of. But then in College Town, there are lots more choices. So in general, you can find what you want if you really spend time to go there and you want to get there.
What's an average day like for you?
For me, just basically I wake up, go into class, and go to some office hour stuff, and after class, to do some homework, do some research at night, and that's probably it.
How would you describe the club environment and the social scene here at Cornell?
Yeah, so actually involved in plenty of clubs, and that's including CVL, University Vision and Learning, that's a research club, and it's pretty supportive environment where you support those young researchers doing all the research, self-driven research, and that's unique, undergrad research club. But there are also clubs like ACSU, that's Association of Computer Science undergrads, and that's just basically for more a community support. So you kind of communicate with other students in computer science major and organize other events, and that's more a social experience. And it's also interesting, but it's less really intimate as in research club. You spend all the time working on 10 hours on Synsprit. There's also project teams, I was in Cornell data science before, and it's more people spending time doing project there, and while doing project you spend all the time together, then you gradually develop this friendship, and also do all this intellectual communication. But I think in general the clubs are pretty supportive in Cornell, and they are pretty great environment for you to know people, especially when you focus on your coursework and you don't have time to social with other people. That's the place you can find your friends and talk with them.
What is a typical day like for you on campus?
I think you just asked this.
Did I already ask that?
Maybe.
Oh. Okay, sorry. What is your average weekend look like?
Weekend for me is mostly go to some club meetings and then go to do some work. Especially I just procrastinate till weekend to do, and do some research and relax a bit, play some games.
What are your plans after graduation?
Probably go to PhD. So that's I'm aiming for going to entire academic career. So probably go to PhD somewhere and then just apply for some postdoc things.
And lastly, to the high school students, what would you say? What advice would you give them who are looking to apply to Cornell?
I think the most important thing to applying to college and eventually be successful in college is you know what you want to do really. Because in college, especially in Cornell, it's a large university, you can do everything if you want, but it's sometimes too diverse for you. So you need to know what you want to do, and then you focus on it, and you just kind of walking your own path instead of being distracted by other people. So it's pretty important, I think, that you know at the moment you apply into college, you know what you want to do initially, and then that might change, but you have a clear mind what you want to do.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Okay.